So Null did this really weird, awkward interview with the BPD chicks with the Turkey Tom thing, and all I gotta say is it's pretty clear that the reason they're coming out against him is because they're part of the Scorn Women's Club. They're taking down their Turkey Tom shrines and stuff. Despite all the stuff they want to say negatively about him, whatever the ringworm thing is, or anything to make him look bad. Fact of the matter is, simple and clean, these women slept with him despite all of these things being red flags or just disgusting to them in their own words. So, AKA Sen is right. When I tell you don't take women seriously, don't take women seriously. When I tell you pump and dump, pump and dump. When I tell you these things, my male audience, I'm trying to help you. I'm not trying to be that negative kind of guy. I'm just trying to help you because I'm so sick of good men being screwed over by basically women that are going to lose their value by age 30, maybe sooner, and that have no inherent skill other than, posting nice little pics on whatever have you, social media, to be validated by simps, which that's going to go away soon thanks to AI. So that's something I'd be thankful to AI for. I won't get any more of these entitled bitches anymore. No more Turkey Tom situations, hopefully. But yeah, it stands to reason that these women are just not the most credible and like just modern day products of society. Shouldn't take seriously. Should never take bitches seriously. However, two things can be true at once. They could be absolutely shitters, shit tier, but they'd also be telling the truth. And if you paid attention to Turkey Tom throughout the years, you paid attention to all the exposés that Nick DiOrio told you not to look into, everything is really starting to make sense. There's a lot of smoke. There was always a lot of smoke. But now with the inclusion of these testimonies, yeah, that can be very, very well verified. In fact, again, the age play thing is still the biggest one. Nick should just disassociate immediately. There should be no charitability by his principles. He should have like nuked Tom already. I mean, again, let's ask you this: if this was Hassan or iDubbbz, Nick would be on this 24/7. Look at how obsessed he was with Boblax. He's still obsessed with Boblax to this day. So to say he won't hold the same energy for his friends is just saying Nick DiOrio is not a reliable guy because he's like emotionally compromised by these other men on the internet. That's like, like how can you be taken seriously when you're so compromised? You can't call it down the middle. Your compromised mind just destroys your principles. You have no real principles. I mean, it's fine for me. I take Nick DiOrio as a cartoon character, as Peter Griffin. That's why I don't have to get mad at him. But for anybody else that cares about the truth, they'd be livid with Nick DiOrio because they know he's just fucking feeding them bullshit and he's hiding and he's sweating so much he might actually lose a pound this time. But again, that being said, the inconsistencies never really stop with these weirdos. That includes Willie Mack. I'd say DiOrio and Willie Mack are probably the worst right now in this whole thing. At the time of recording this video, I think Tommy C cut the bridge with Augie, which is fucking hilarious. So we got the three stooges of deception: Tommy C, Willie Mack, and fucking Nick DiOrio. Probably have an orgy with each other. I wouldn't be surprised. That's the only level of pussy they're gonna get. And I'm sure Willie's gonna get tired of the freaking oy vey he has right now. That being said, to wrap this up, the interview is up for you guys to see. It's an hour and a half. If you want to see Null be awkward in front of women, that was kind of funny. But the main thing is that these women kind of fill out a lot of the gaps. The age thing continues to be the biggest factor. There was like talk of how like Tom could not ejaculate properly unless they were in severe pain and crying. So there's that. I guess you can label that as psychopathic tendencies, but whatever. That's can't say that I can judge on that. But again, I'm just gonna put it out. These women were fine with this. Again, at the time, there's no issues. Again, modern day woman, don't take them seriously. I don't blame Tom, to be fucking real with you. What I can't blame Tom for, and say this is the most beta thing he did, is he basically admitted to these women that he's hung up on his ex Kai and that he's so mad that he lost his girl to like this lolicon femboy guy named Lorix, my little brother Liam Donovan. Um, which is like dog. I mean, you kind of just destroyed your aura right there, right? Like, because Patrick Bateman would not do this, all right? Light Yagami would not do this. You know what I mean? Two of your idols would not do this shit, all right? They wouldn't be hung up on a bitch that fucking left them for the lolicon femboy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pathetic. And like Tom kind of loses all alphaness when he does that. Never mind the steroids he's taking now. He kind of just loses his alpha aura because of this, right? He's not cool. Like, before you can be like Willie and be like, oh, we talk about his big dick and it makes everything better. Let's not talk about the age play. It's like, yeah, like, that's the thing. People are going to look at the age play more now because his alpha aura dies down when he's like complaining to women about how he's mad that Liam Donovan stole his girlfriend, which isn't even true. This just goes to show Tom is such a weird, like, steroids just fuck up your brain because Tom, you cheated first. You were the alpha that cheated first. All right, and she's the dumb bitch that came back to you even after you cheated. But like, yeah, that's just a Tom L right there. You just can't recover from that. I mean, when you like admit you're hung up on your ex, right, that you initially cheated on, who then cheated on you with your friend who you were propping up at the time, showing her to be more manipulative and sinister than you, like, you kind of lose frame, dog. It doesn't matter how much you want to be alpha after, so you start putting roids in your body and you start like fucking these bitches like aggressively and stuff. It doesn't matter. You kind of just showed your hand. This is all like, this fucking alpha shit from Tom is all fake. All right, it's not real. He's just a wounded little kid who feels like very empty, because apparently that's another thing he told the bitches that's so pathetic. He's like, I feel so empty doing drama content. It's like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. He literally said verbatim what I told these chuckle fucks they were gonna feel in like a year or so, right? And it's like, you're talking about, like, consistently talking about other men and their downfalls, and people are only there for the most part to see the downfall of those men. They don't really give a shit about you, Tom, or Augie, or like whatever streamer of the week. Some people are okay with that, which is great, but I can tell the people that weren't going to be okay with that, and that's Tom. He's hit that realization where he's like bored and he feels like incomplete, right? He's because he's just the shitter that copies Kiwi Farms. Like, there's no originality behind Tom at all. Like, he just copies Kiwi Farms, so he fucking just rips other people off to make money. And then when he realizes he has no real talent and that it's all smoke and mirrors, he goes into a roided binging rage. He starts getting into age play, because again, if you look at the bitch he hit up on Instagram, that's not even Belle Delphine. Everybody that tells you this is just Belle Delphine, nothing burgers, they're fucking lying. Turkey Tom either has shit on them, or they just want to be in good with whatever's left of the cool kids club or whatever. And that shit is diminishing fucking fast. Every fucking day. Augie has to make these streams where he's like pointing out how a new friend that he used to say was really cool is actually a fucking idiot. So today, like I said, he broke the bridge with Tommy C, or Tommy C broke the bridge with him. All right, it's all collapsing, it's all fading, bro, and it's like, I can't lie, it's kind of funny, right? I can't help but feel like at the end of the day I did win, because I told you guys this was gonna happen. And I knew damn well some of you guys out there were watching what I was saying. All right, it's very obvious. It's very fucking obvious. And I'm glad. All right, just know, yes, I do have a big smile on my face right now. It's great that this ended up happening. I feel no, like, memes aside, I feel nothing. No sympathy or empathy for Turkey Tom because of all the shit he's done, even from day fucking one. Even if we want to go back to Mr. Enter, if we want to go back to Pyro, from day one, this little roided up fucking freak has been a piece of shit since day one. This is probably a light punishment. Personally, I could get more creative with my punishments. But I guess this will have to do for now. Larry. So apparently that's probably gonna be it, guys. I don't think there's gonna be anything else that comes out. Tom is like a fake fucking alpha guy, you know, all things considered. If he's confessing these things to these women that he barely knows, you know, like he's jealous of Larix. How the fuck are you jealous of Larix? You're a fucking weirdo, bro. You're jealous of Larix. You can't ejaculate without, like, basically killing someone. Which I bet Tom thinks he's really cool for, too. Your fucking taste in women is fucking abhorrent. All right, because you literally, dude, you are literally becoming what you accuse Pyro of. Like, there's just no, like, if nobody else is gonna, I'll say it, Tom, you're more of a pedophile than fucking freaking what's his name, Pyrocynical. You're a bigger pedophile than Pyrocynical, Tom. You're a fucking pedophile. All right, Tom, you're a fucking pedophile. You're a bigger pedophile than Pyrocynical could ever be. And yet, you, for some god-forsaken reason, thought it was a smart idea to go ahead and have this weird hate boner for this guy. Alright? Try to ruin his life. And now you try to play victim? Dude, you better come back with some strong aura. Alright? I want to see real masculine alpha Tom. I don't want to see this bitch made shit where you come in and you're like, let's forget this ever happened, fam. I already see your weirdo friends like fucking Vega, who I wouldn't be surprised if he's into the shit you're into. Not the little girl stuff. Probably like the graping stuff. I can see Vega being a grapist. So, like, you know, I'm just saying, we see this damage control shit from all these degenerate fucking freaks in commentary that pretend to have no skeletons. They got bigger skeletons than an 18-year-old, I'll tell you that much. All right? And, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. Enough said. Tom is an age player. He's also probably a grapist, but that's not as bad. People will say that's cool. He has a big dick, but it doesn't work. Really, Tom is the embodiment of, like, you can have it all and still feel like you want to, like, you know, like, bang your head off. Like, that's literally it. Because, again, really think about it. Tom has a big dick, and he has a lot of money, has a lot of popularity, and yet he's so fucking empty that he cries about, like, some lolicon femboy stealing his girlfriend. In his own words, which that's not even reality, but, like, again, that's how fucked up, like, guys, when you see guys that have it all, they're dealing with big fucking issues internally. Never think that just because somebody has it all, that they got it all figured out on the inside. Because you'll probably end up having a Turkey Tom situation, and they might end up being a pedophile.